Good morning, Big Wave Trading family. It's amazing that I can get all the work done on my end properly without losing my mind, but I kind of want to make this video lesson pretty quick because I just want to stress that the long positions that I'm taking on Tuesday morning, none of them are perfect. The best one is actually the least high quality signal, MGP. This is technically the safest new long signal based on potential reward to the risk ratio. It's about 10 to 1. And let's say if all hell breaks loose, the most you're going to lose is about 3%. So this is obviously the safest one. But the higher quality ones, they're all extended. So if you're a new trader, these may not be the best stocks to go long. You might just want to sit back and watch because our market is overbought. We're starting to curl and roll over from the overbought conditions. And my MACD oscillators and my RSI 14 oscillators are all confirming the rollover in the market, and I don't recommend fighting the trend. However, I still take my long signals until they start failing. If I take all of these long signals and they all fail, you can be 100% sure I will not be taking a long signal for Wednesday morning that's extended from the 20-day moving average and or doesn't have a much more symmetrical pattern to the overall chart pattern, I guess you could say, to the signal. So let's just go ahead and get it started off with the highest quality signal overall. AAAP is a perfect speculator scan stock. This was in all of my perfect speculator scans, so it's about as high quality as you can get in that regards. And it was also converted to my price volume BOP scan. But once again, look at where the 200-day moving average is. That's not close to price. Look at the 20-day moving average. That's not touching price or the intraday low of the previous session. So overall, we're dealing with a very extended stock. That being said, huge previous move. We're kind of here at support. We kind of know if this level fails, it's a no-go. Now me, I'm willing to give everything some room to work. However, if you do take the long position, the limit order is at 56.05. You should only use the 53 level as your final sell stop. I'm going to use the 53 level and the 49.59 level. But let me make it very clear, if 53 fails, whatever the new low a day is, that'll either be half of the remaining share sell stop or all of it. I do not plan, if I buy 100 shares and I have 50 shares after this low goes, I do not plan on the other 50 to make it completely all the way down to 50, whatever, 49.59. So just keep that in mind. But I like this pattern. I like the up close look of it, and you can see that it's got a nice longer term uptrend, so I definitely like this stock. So I want to get long. Limit order 56.05, first cut loss 53, final cut loss 49.59. It's extended. Should be normally 3% of my account capital. It's only going to be 1.5%. Then VSTM. VSTM, this was in my low price perfect speculator scan. You can see the nice previous uptrend. It's nice and long. The current consolidation is similar to the last one, so we'll see if it can't do this little move right here once again. But you can see on the Zoom 4, you can see all the max green BOP. It also made my max green BOP for at least the past 5-day scan, but there's no additional asset allocation towards it because 1% of my account capital in this stock in this market is already too much, quote, quote, for me. But once again, VSTM, where's that 200-day moving average? All the way down there. Where's the 20-day moving average? It is touching the price, so at least it's not extended there. That being said, the 5 and 10 are still heading down. The 5 isn't touching the price. So I don't want to use the high of the day, 488. I just want to use 482. So I'm getting long. VSTM limit 482. First cut loss, and probably the only one you should use, 453. 453 is going to be my first cut loss, and my final half, 410. If 453 goes before 410 comes into play, half for all of the stops are being moved up. But if you go long this stock, I recommend limit order 482, cut loss 453. Get in and get out immediately if it doesn't work. Then there's CBay. This was one of my best looking overall longer term chart patterns that I saw following Monday session. I love this Zoom 3 chart on Telezart. And this is a Zoom 4 chart so you can get an up-close look at it. It's a beautiful breakout. I initially flagged and wanted to get long this stock here on 920. I now have missed buying opportunity remorse because I didn't take it. But even if you try to go long at 804, you're cheating because once again, Look at the 200-day moving average. Look at where the 20-day moving average is, and look at where the 10-day moving average is. But I'm still taking it as a long position? Yes. But I'm going to be using a limit order at the pivot point area. So the pivot point of the breakout is 779. I'm using a limit order at 780. And where are my cut losses? Did I write these down? I did. First cut loss, the low a day of this signal day, 736. Final cut loss, 721. Since it's only 0.5% of my account capital, I will be only using 721. So my limit order is going to be 780, 1 cent above the breakout of the previous high at 921, and my only cut loss will be 721. So if CBAY hits 720, I'll be out. But I love this Zoom 3 chart. The Zoom 4 chart's pretty nice, but it's really that longer term chart, just like VSTM, just like AAAP. Same similar situation on all three of those. Once again, AAAP 1.5%, VSTM 1%, CBAY 0.5%. And the safest long position, and probably the only one new traders should even consider taking, and you can't really expect it to have a huge return. We're just having over a 10-to-1 reward risk ratio. So if we're only going to risk about 3%, we can expect anywhere from 20 to 30% gains from the stock. But MGP, want to get long, limit order 3108, the high of the day. Why? Because the 5, 10, and 20-day moving average are all touching the intraday price range of MGP on Monday. So I want to get long, limit order 3108. First cut loss level 3065. So a move below the 918 low of day will have me out a half. And the final cut loss level is down here at 3009. You could also use 3024, but if we're going to have such a tight first stop at 3065, I want to give it room to potentially work all the way down to the last time it had a green bot bar at 3009. So MGP 3108, 3065, 3009, the two stops. It's a semi-can slim quality stock, but it was not initially my can slim scan. This showed up in my final scan that I go through each evening, my tertiary price up, volume above average, green bop scan. And then whenever I looked up its IBD ratings, had a 70 EPS, 78 composite, 75 I think relative strength. That makes it a quote quote semi can slim quality stock. So 1% of my account capital. All right, everyone. Great luck on Tuesday. The market, like I said, is a bit shaky. So we'll see what happens. I have a very open mind here. Overbought conditions, but until the market starts to really sell off and really roll over and break down on heavy volume below multiple moving averages and supports, I'm going to continue to plot along in new long signals as they trigger. All right, everyone. I'll see you in the chat room. Aloha.